There was a time when shopping was personal, when people knew the shopkeepers by name, and every store felt like a part of the community. Families would walk down Main Street on weekends, peeking through window displays, smelling the aroma of popcorn and fresh coffee, and spending hours exploring aisles filled with everyday treasures. But as decades passed, modern retail replaced those warm, human moments with speed and convenience. The stores that once built American life slowly disappeared, one by one. Welcome to American Restored. Today, we take you back to a time when shopping had a heartbeat, as we rediscover 15 forgotten American stores that vanished forever. 1. Woolworths. It was known as the original five and dime. Woolworths was where America shopped for everything, from toys and candy to sewing kits and glassware. The store's famous lunch counters became social gathering spots where people met, talked, and laughed. For over a century, Woolworths symbolized the warmth of community life. But by the late 20th century, shopping malls and big box stores changed the landscape, and Woolworths couldn't survive. Its final store closed in 1997, leaving behind a legacy that still lingers in old photographs and memories. 2. Circuit City. In the 1980s and 1990s, Circuit City was the place for electronics. Families came to buy televisions, stereos, and the latest home gadgets. Its red and white logo stood proudly in cities across America. But when online shopping rose and competitors like Best Buy dominated, Circuit City couldn't keep up. By 2009, all stores were shut down, marking the end of an era when electronic shopping was a family event. 3. Blockbuster Video. For generations, Friday night meant one thing: a trip to Blockbuster. Families wandered aisles of movie covers, kids debated over which game to rent, and the smell of popcorn filled the air. It wasn't just a video rental store, it was an experience. But then came streaming, and everything changed. Netflix and online platforms ended the need for physical rentals. By 2014, nearly every Blockbuster store had closed, leaving only one location in Oregon as a reminder of how entertainment once brought people together. 4. Borders Books. There was a peaceful magic inside Borders. You could spend hours reading through shelves, sipping coffee, and listening to music from their sample stations. It was more than a bookstore. It was a retreat for dreamers and readers. But the digital wave changed everything. Ebooks, Amazon, and online shopping slowly pulled readers away. In 2011, Borders closed its doors forever, marking the end of one of America's most beloved book havens. 5. Linens and Things. This store was every homemaker's paradise, filled with bedding, curtains, and home decor that made houses feel warm and lived in. For years, Linens and Things was part of everyday suburban life. But when the 2008 economic crisis hit, sales plummeted and the brand filed for bankruptcy. Its aisles, once full of comfort and color, became empty, another victim of changing times. 6. Pier 1 Imports. Pier 1 brought the world into American homes. From hand-woven baskets to exotic furniture, every item told a story. It was where people went when they wanted something unique, something beautiful. But as online retailers took over, Pier 1 couldn't compete. In 2020, the company announced it would close all of its stores. Its colorful, cultural charm faded quietly, ending an era of global-inspired shopping. 7. Mervyn's. Mervyn's was a West Coast favorite. Affordable clothing, friendly staff, and weekend family trips. It wasn't glamorous, but it felt like home. For decades, it thrived on community connection and reliability. However, the rise of discount giants like Walmart and Target slowly pushed it out. By 2008, Mervyn's filed for bankruptcy, and the sign that once stood proudly above its doors came down for the last time. 8. The Bon Ton Stores. The Bon Ton wasn't just one name. It was a family of department stores like Carson's, Yonkers, and Elder Beerman. They were elegant, traditional, and deeply rooted in small-town America. But as consumer habits shifted and debts grew, Bon Ton filed for bankruptcy in 2018. Today, its grand buildings still stand in some cities, silent monuments to an era when department stores were destinations, not just shops. 9. Bed Bath & Beyond. For decades, Bed Bath & Beyond was the go-to store for everything home-related. From towels and pillows to cookware and candles, it offered a sense of comfort and order. The Big Blue coupons became a part of American culture. But in 2023, after years of decline and bankruptcy, the company shut its final stores. It now lives on only as an online brand, a reminder of how even beloved names can fade with time. 10. Gimbels. Before Macy's dominated the holiday season, Gimbels was the name everyone knew. It was one of the oldest department stores in America, featured in the classic film Miracle on 34th Street. Gimbels represented the golden age of downtown shopping, grand, festive, and family-centered. But changing times and financial struggles led to its closure in 1987. Though gone, Gimbels remains a symbol of a more elegant shopping era. 11. Jacobson's. Jacobson's was not just a store. It was an experience of class and sophistication. Known for personal service and quality, it catered to customers who valued care over convenience. But as consumer habits changed, Jacobson's couldn't adapt to the fast-paced retail market. By 2002, its final stores closed. What remained was a memory of when shopping still felt special and personal. 12. Lord & Taylor. As one of America's oldest department stores, Lord & Taylor represented timeless fashion and grace. Its flagship stores were stunning. Grand staircases, sparkling chandeliers, and elaborate holiday displays. But nearly 2 centuries after its founding, Lord & Taylor fell victim to the same retail challenges as others. In 2020, the company closed all stores, bringing an end to an American fashion legacy that began in 1826. 13. Sharper Image. Walking in a Sharper Image felt like stepping into the future. Its shelves were filled with futuristic gadgets, massage chairs, and inventions that fascinated shoppers. It was the store for dreamers, people curious about technology and innovation. But high prices and growing online competition made its model unsustainable. By 2008, Sharper Image stores were gone, leaving behind the memory of how cool the future once looked. 14. KB Toys. For kids growing up in the 80s and 90s, KB Toys was heaven on earth. Located inside malls, its aisles overflowed with bright boxes and the sound of excitement. Children would run to see the latest toys or save their allowance for something special. But the rise of big box retailers and online toy sales forced KB Toys to close in 2009. It was more than just a store. It was a part of childhood that can never be replaced. 15. Bob Stores. Bob Stores was a trusted name for decades, offering affordable clothing and workwear for everyday Americans. It wasn't flashy, but it was reliable. However, in 2024, after years of financial struggles, Bob Stores closed all of its remaining locations. Its disappearance marked the latest chapter in the long story of American retail, where even dependable names are not immune to change. Final thoughts. These 15 stores weren't just businesses. They were pieces of American life, woven into the rhythm of family weekends, holidays, and simple, everyday moments. Each one carried memories, the smell of new books, the excitement of a movie night, the comfort of walking through familiar aisles. But time moves forward. Technology evolves, and what was once part of our lives slowly becomes history. Still, these stores live on, in the hearts of those who remember, in the photos tucked away in albums, and in the quiet nostalgia that makes us smile at what once was. If these memories touched your heart, tell us which store you remember most in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to American Restored, and join us again as we bring forgotten pieces of America's past back to life.